Motivation. What is it? How in the heck do I get more of it? What happens when it's gone? Will I ever have it? I had it yesterday. Where the heck did it go today? Motivation is quite the topic. So I wanted to share my top 5 hacks for what I do when I'm just not feeling motivated. Because here's the thing. You're not going to feel motivated every single day. You're not going to wake up every single day when your feet hit the floor and think, yes, I get to work out. I get to work on my pages. I get to whatever your thing is. There are going to be a lot of days when you just don't feel like doing the thing that you know you should be doing, or the thing that, quite honestly, you want to be doing. You just don't feel like it. So here are my top 5 motivation hacks for when I'm not feeling it. Number 1, force myself to dance. Now, I love music. I love dancing. Music has such an impact on me. There's songs that I listen to and like instantaneously I'm up and I'm dancing. And there are times when dancing to even my favorite song is forcing myself to move. But here's what I know. I know that when I am moving, I am generating energy for myself. One of my favorite books I've read is High Performance Habits by Brendon Burchard. And he has this quote in there that is, the power plant doesn't have energy, it generates it. So when you're not feeling motivated, you've got to do something to generate that energy. And that's moving. So whether you want to run around the block real quick, or turn on your favorite song, or just do some jumping jacks, or jump on a mini trampoline in your house. If you have one, I'm jealous. Whatever it is to force yourself to move generates the energy and literally creates the momentum to keep on doing whatever it is that you need to get done. The second thing is I check in with how I'm feeling, because sometimes my lack of motivation is coming from something else. So recently, there have been times, because I'm filming this video around the holidays, there have been times when I have not been feeling my best, because I've either been phoning it into my workouts, or skipping them, or not eating the food that gives me energy, and that has a significant toll on my motivation. It does. And I know that when I say, like, oh, are you exercising and are you eating well? A lot of people are like, yeah, I know. But here's the thing. Knowing and doing are 2 entirely different things. If knowing was enough, we would never have a motivation issue. We would never have a problem getting anything done, because we would know what we needed to do and we would do it. But we know that we need to take care of ourselves, but a lot of times we don't. We know that moving our bodies for at least 30 minutes a day is what we should do, because it's good for us, but do we always do it? We know that not eating cookies and ice cream and candy is what's best for us, but are there times when maybe we have been indulging too much? Yes. And first of all, I'd like to say that is completely normal. You are not going to ever be flawless in your health. But if you are feeling unmotivated, for me, very often it's a sign that I'm not physically taking care of myself. And I'm not going to get motivated when I'm not feeling well. I mean, I can like fake it till I make it for a little bit, but if I'm not feeling well, nothing else matters. So when I say, like, are you eating well? Are you moving your body? And you're like, yeah, Lindsay, I know. Well, do it. I mean, straight up, like, you have to take care of you, because motivation, I believe, is rooted in energy. And if you aren't feeling well, you simply won't have that energy. So take care of yourself, which leads me into number 3, which is another one that when I say, people are like, yeah, I know. Sleep. Sleep. We have to be rested. If we are not rested, that is going to also have a significant impact on our energy levels and our motivation. Sleep. And I'm talking good sleep. So maybe it is that you are getting 8 hours of sleep a night, but maybe that sleep isn't good. Maybe you're not really getting into REM. Maybe it's super restless. Maybe you're waking up 2 or 3 times during the night and disrupting your circadian rhythms. Maybe you're like, yeah, I'll sleep on the weekend, but during the week, your sleep is crap. If during the week your sleep is garbage, you can't just make up for that in a weekend. That's not how sleep works. It's not like we need to average good sleep. We need good sleep every single night. So if you are finding that you're not going to sleep until really late because you're just binging Netflix, turn the TV off. If you're finding that falling asleep is hard for you, so you're scrolling on your phone, that's not helpful. That's another thing that we know, like I know I shouldn't be doing that, then don't. And people always ask me, like, well, what do I do because I'm a night owl and I want to go to bed earlier, but I just can't. It's a skill. Like, quite frankly, you have to train yourself to do that. So what I would recommend is figure out when you want to get up and then count 8 hours back from that. So right now I'm getting up at 5, which means I'm going to bed at 9. And I mean, like, I'm hopefully asleep by like 9:05. So that requires me getting into bed at like 8:50. And then I read. And I read until I fall asleep. And I don't stress about if I go to bed, if I fall asleep at like 9:20, because I know that being in bed, reading, or listening to like calming water sounds, music, I know that that is far better than staring at a screen, because that light and that activity is going to keep you awake. So if you right now are going to bed at midnight and you're like, holy smokes, in order to get 8 hours of sleep, I need to be going to bed at 10, a 2-hour switch isn't going to happen in a night. So I would start in 15-minute increments. If you've been going to bed at midnight, go to bed at 11:45 and do that for a couple days. And when that feels normal, go to bed at 11:30 and then work your way back. My body is tired, like tired by 8 o'clock easily. Like I could go to bed at 8. Which is when I usually start like turning off my screens and brushing my teeth and washing my face and getting things ready for the morning, because you just get into that routine. So if you are not sleeping, there's a ton of research out there. You don't need me to tell you why we actually need sleep, but we do. So get your sleep. And when you are well rested, you are more likely to have the energy to be motivated. Okay. So physically, how are you feeling, and sleep, those are more long-term fixes to a motivation slump. The forcing yourself to dance is in the moment, let's do it. So here are 2 other things that I do in the moment if I am lagging, if I'm on the struggle bus. And I know that I want to get it done, but I just don't have the motivation. Here's 2 more things that I do. I take like 3 minutes and I close my eyes and I envision all of the benefits of me doing the thing that I'm trying to motivate myself to do. So that usually right now looks like me having to sit down and write the next blog post, or send the next email to my clients, or create the next course for my membership, or whatever it is. There are times, even though I love the work that I do, that I would rather keep reading my book on the couch. But that's not a choice, right? Because we all have jobs to do. And if I just sit and close my eyes and think about all of the reasons that I'm doing the work now, that is so empowering and so helpful for me. So I literally right now see the house that I want to live in. The marble white countertops, the kitchen, the big kitchen island. I have been envisioning the same kitchen for 2 years. It never changes. I'm obsessed with it. It's the best kitchen. I envisioned being able to take my future kids to school and volunteer in their classrooms, because I'm my own boss. I've created a company that allows me the time freedom, because that is what I crave when I have a family someday. And I've created that so that I have the option to be the room mom. I envision driving, right now, the car has changed, but right now it's a Tesla SUV. I envision driving my black Tesla SUV with my children to school, and I am that mom, right? I'm in my matching Lululemon, or Amazon dupe Lululemon, match and set. My hair's in a high pony. I'm energized. I feel good. I've got fit, toned arms. I can imagine every single detail of my future. And when I see that, the cost of me not doing whatever it is that I'm not having the motivation for, the cost of not achieving that future motivates the heck out of me. Because if you told me, hey, if you do these things, that future is going to happen, I'm like, hell yeah. And if I don't do these things, if I don't put this work in now on whatever this task is that I need to muster the motivation for, if I don't do that, that goes away. That's motivation enough for me. And the last thing, that one gives me the chills. The last thing is, this sounds a little funny, but I will be the person that I need to be to do the task. So let me explain that. Right now, I'm working on another certification for nutrition. And when I have to sit down and study and learn, I imagine that I am Belle, as in Beauty and the Beast. And I turn on my Disney instrumental music, Beauty and the Beast. Instrumental, because that way it's a little less white, it's more white noise. Yeah, instrumental, because then it's more white noise and less, information for my brain. And I do the dang thing. And if for whatever reason Belle's not working, then I summon Hermione Granger and I turn on Harry Potter instrumental. And I pretend that I am those people, those strong women who love learning, because I do, and I get it done. If it's a workout that I'm trying to motivate myself to do, I imagine that I am a freaking Olympian. I am Simone Biles. I am Megan Rapinoe. I am whoever I need to be. And that girl shows up for her workout, and she doesn't phone it in. She goes hard because she's got a gold medal to win. And if I need to clean the house, I imagine that I am right now either one of the Home Edit girls or Marie Kondo, who finds so much joy in it that it's fun. So sometimes you may not be motivated, but the role that you can put yourself into, that person shows up to do the thing. And if that makes absolutely no sense and makes me sound a little bit crazy, I'm okay with that because it works for me. And the last caveat I would say is if you have something that you know, like right now, I just need 5 minutes to like read a couple pages of my book, escape for a hot minute, set my alarm for 5 to 10 minutes, and then I can get back at it. Awesome. I would love to hear motivation hacks that work for you. I hope these work. Try them out. Sometimes the dance party will work for me, and other times I finish my dance party and I'm like, not quite there, and then I envision that future, and then I'm ready to roll. So motivation, you will have days when it's not there, and you can muster up that motivation for yourself, but only if you are physically taking care of yourself and sleeping, which is part of physically taking care of yourself. So if you are not feeling well, that's priority number 1. And then if you're eating well, you're exercising, you're sleeping, you're doing all the things, then force yourself into a dance party or a jog around the block. Envision that future and think about the cost of not doing the thing that you need to do right now. Or play the role of the person who would kick butt at the task that you are trying to motivate yourself to do. I hope those help. If you have your own motivation hacks, I would love to hear them in the comments so that we can work together to help everybody be motivated when they're not feeling it. And as always, I believe in you, and I'll see you next time.